What's up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. Not a very long video on this one, but just a short video. Obviously I'm back from the event in Detroit, right? And we got to see the Rumblebee and all that cool stuff, and that stuff was awesome, man. And I got to run into some of the other media that I don't normally see. Some of the media that I've had words with on the internet. It's funny, I ran into two, but the main one that I thought was great was I'm sitting at the bar at the hotel, and Tim comes in from Pickup Truck Talk. Now, me and Tim kind of got off on the wrong foot all over emissions, because I took him interviewing all these pro-liberal retard emission fucks as this guy's flying a rainbow flag on an RHO. This is, I was disrespectful. So when he sat next to me, and it's funny because Rochelle just came in too, 392 Harley, and I was like, he sat next to me and he ordered a drink, and I took care of his drink. I was like, let me get it, because I'm like, fuck, I'm probably about to get in there. We're probably about to be fighting here in the next 30 to 45. I know if someone said the shit that I said, if they said that about me, when I run into that person, they're getting hands. I'm, you said what? Instant hands. E for everybody. But he was cool. And he was like, oh, because I took care of his drink. He said, oh, you going to bury the hatchet? And I was like, nah, what are you talking about? I just bought you a drink. I can drink with people I don't like. I don't give a fuck. But we got this talk a little bit. And then that was it. And then we went into whatever the dinner was later. And he sat at the table with us. And that was cool. And I got to learn a little bit more about him and where he was coming from. And then, I got stuck. Nick was there. Nick came in and we were sitting at the table, and Rochelle and them were going to the pool. I'm like, fuck, I'll go to the pool, but I got to go up and get changed, put shorts on. Now, anyways, I end up sitting at the table so long, and we're talking and shooting the shit, and being cool, that then we go to the pool, and Nick's like, you ain't gonna jump in with all your clothes on. Yes, I will. Yes, the fuck I will. And there may be some photos of my ass out there somewhere on the internet. It may happen, because I was getting out of the pool and Nick got a photo or whatever, and I don't know. The CEO of Ram was literally like, I can't believe I had to see that. And I was like, my bad, bro. My bad, bro. But when I say I show my ass, sometimes I show my ass. But anyways, we're sitting there, we're having beers, we're chilling in the pool. I don't even know if we're supposed to have glass at the pool. We didn't give a shit. We're in the pool. I'm swimming outside, swimming inside. It was nice. I haven't been in the water in a minute. And then, me and Tim got to talk a little bit more, and somebody else that works with Tim as well. And we were talking about the different shit, and I was talking about, what kind of set us off, or what caused the issue. And it's like, I think I was coming back from Mississippi from something. I had just lifted the white Ram. If you remember the Laramie Longhorn, the white one that I lifted because the airbags kept failing or whatever. So I lifted that truck, and I was just driving it back from, I did that in Mississippi. I was driving it back to Vegas. I think I was somewhere around Utah when I saw the comment, what are your sources? And as I told him, when he's sitting in front of me, when you see a comment, it's a motherfucker you don't know, and they're like, it's almost like you're trying to call, and you know me, I'm Petty Roosevelt. So if somebody is trying to call me out or something, whatever, I'm like, suck a dick. You're fucking, whatever. Insert slur here. Blocked. I don't care. That's usually how I get down, which I know you're going to say, most people will be in, that shit's immature. Yeah, I don't care. I don't take this shit seriously, all right? I'm not a media organization. I'm the worst person to try to start shit with on the internet because I don't care about any of it. That's a nice Ram, by the way. Whew, that bitch is pretty. Anyways, so needless to say, so this happens, and we're talking, and then I realize I'm like, oh yeah, I was a dick. That was a dick move. Now, me and Tim still have a lot of things that we don't agree on, but we can agree to disagree, right? We don't have to be talking about each other's mothers, or, you know, I don't got to be calling him gay, and, you know what I'm saying? I don't got to be talking about, you know, he lets people from Ford spit in his mouth. I don't have to say any of that shit. He's going to get mad because I'm saying this now. Like, that shit was uncalled for. I didn't have to do that. Needless to say, there's a picture I got to show you. I'm going to show it to you right here.
Oh, look at that!
Rochelle's in here.
I'm just sitting here fucking scrolling workout videos.
Cut it out. No, he said he's good jumping, close it all.
Alright,
Well, no, you take your shit off. You're jumping that way.
You don't think I'm going to jump in?
I fucking tripled off there.
Watch this.
In your jeans and all.
So, my hat's off to him for being a man, because I know a lot of people, when I get into it with them on the internet, if we end up being at the same event or they will stay the fuck away from me, because they're literally like, that dude keeps a bondsman and an attorney. Facts. Because I'm a crash test dummy. Sometimes, like, I am likes to fight dude. So I know what my weaknesses is. I know what my faults are. You know, it is what it is. But major shout out to him. I wanted to publish that photo and let y'all know. I can't control what y'all do. Y'all might still not like the dude or whatever. But don't be going into his comments and be like, TK said you're gay. All right, don't leave that man alone. All right, can we do that? Can you do that? Because he was a grown ass man enough to come to me and talk to me about the situation, and I can respect the fuck out of somebody for that. Because most people nowadays, especially the current generation, you know, people 30 or under, straight retards. Which, that's normally the people I got to deal with, and then I got to crash out and beat the fuck out of somebody. And that's not a flex. I know people will be like, oh, it's a flex, you know, because you'll see a video of me slamming somebody, or some shit will get posted on the internet because I'm hit, you know, No, that's not a flex, man. If I got to do that, that's stupid. It's not a flex. So, this is probably a horrible video. That said, shout out to Tim at Pickup Truck Talk. I appreciate, I can appreciate when a man can be a man and come up and talk to you, and he didn't know what the repercussions was of that shit. He still sat right next to my ass at the bar. I respect the fuck out of that. That takes balls. I respect the fuck out of that. That takes balls, man. That takes balls. And Nick from Ram saw it too, because he knows. So I think that was good. Maybe I need to do that with other people. One thing at a time. There's only so much goodness I'm allowed to do. All right, let me be an asshole for the rest of the month. Damn. But no. In all seriousness, you know, I unblocked him here on the channel and all of that good shit, and I hope that they're, you know, I guess he's launching a new website here soon. When I find out what it is, I'll share it with you guys. But that said, I appreciate him for coming up and talking to me, because he was extremely respectful, and you don't see that nowadays. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I already know y'all are going to be like, TK's getting soft, TK's a pussy. I already know these comments are coming. But I don't care. Don't care. sometimes, you know, you just got to be, everything ain't about telling somebody to eat a dick, I guess is the best way for me to say it. So, but, yeah, maybe I'm getting old, damn it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, maybe not always. Nah, fuck it. Always stay petty, my friends.